Hey, what's going on everyone? Josh Quinones here, and this is the TCL 10 Pro. You guys just saw my unboxing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and share what my first impressions are with this device. Now, I have had it for just a little over 24 hours now, so I really get to share what my real first impressions are with this device when it comes to a little bit of the battery life, overall usability, the cameras, got to check those out for a little bit, and just overall looks and feel. And can I just start off by saying that I definitely am impressed with this device. You know, TCL is coming into the smartphone game strong, and I mean strong. They really did their homework before releasing these new devices. I recently just uploaded a video not too long ago of the unboxing of the TCL 10L, which is the lower model of the 10 series, and I was just as impressed with that device as well, especially those cameras. I mean, I put them up against the cameras on the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and a lot of people didn't even notice. Some people picked those photos over the flagship camera, so I really am impressed what they are doing with these devices, especially for the price point. The 10L is going for $250 here in the US, and then this one right here, $450 in the US. And like I said, so far I am impressed, but let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so starting off with some quick specs here. Looking at the box itself right here on the side, it does give us a little bit of information about the device itself. So it's got a 6.47-inch Full HD Plus display. It is an AMOLED display, which is a huge plus. It's got HDR10, a 64-megapixel high-resolution camera. It's got 128 gigabytes of internal storage with the option to expand that storage an extra 256 gigabytes with an SD card, which is amazing. It's got 6 gigabytes of RAM and a 4,500 milliamp battery. It's also got Android 10 out of the box and running Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 processor. Okay, so looking at the device itself, I think it looks great. I think it looks really, really nice, especially in this ember gray color. That's what they're calling it. And depending on how you shine it in the light, look at that, it looks really, really good. You got like a darker gray up here, like fading down to like a silverish color down there. Looking really, really nice. And it's got like a matte frosted finish to it. I don't know what it is, but it looks really, really good. And then of course, we get that quad camera setup in the back, which is pretty much flush with the back of the phone. Look at that. Actually, it is flush with the back of the phone. The only thing that's going to give it a bit of raise is the 2 LED lights that we have on each side of those cameras. And it's barely going to raise it up just enough to where you're not going to scratch those cameras if you happen to rest your phone down on its back. But other than that, it's pretty much flush, especially if I compare it to something like my Galaxy S20 Ultra. We got that big camera hump, and even the TCL 10L, you got a bit of a camera hump there as well. So the fact that they were able to get this flush like this, it looks absolutely amazing. It looks beautiful. Really liking the look of this device. Now, of course, like I mentioned, we do have that 4 camera setup in the back, coming with a 64 megapixel high resolution camera. We also have a 2.9 big pixel super low light video lens, which we will talk about in a bit because I have tested that out. We got a 5 megapixel macro lens and a 16 megapixel super wide angle lens. And then I'll go ahead and show you some camera samples in a bit here. Then going to the front of the device, we do have those nice curved edges right here. So we're pretty much getting a full screen experience. I think it looks really nice. Some people don't like those curved edges, but I really think it gives it more of a premium look, especially for a phone that costs $450. I think it looks really, really nice. Now, not sure if you can tell here on camera, but we do have a teardrop notch there. We don't have any huge notch. It's not a punch hole camera setup. It's more of a teardrop notch. Let's see, maybe if I can do this right here. Boom, right there, you can see we got that teardrop notch. But other than that, I think this AMOLED display looks really, really nice. I think it looks beautiful, giving us pretty much an all screen experience. Now, as far as the feel goes, I think it feels really good in the hands. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's pretty lightweight, but still has like a nice premium feel to it. I think it looks really, really nice. And if I compare it to something like my Galaxy S20 Ultra, as you can see right there, definitely a lot smaller. Then moving over to the 10L, so you can see they're even smaller than the 10L, but we don't have as thick of bezels as this device does. I think it's like the perfect size, especially if you want to do some one-handed usage. So as far as looks and feel go, I am really impressed and I am really loving it so far. Okay, now taking a look around the device, here on the right side, we get a power button and the volume rockers. Then going over to the left side, we get that smart key that we also saw on the TCL 10L that you can pretty much customize to use however you want. Whether you want to set it up to open up a certain app, maybe your camera, your voice assistant, to turn on the flash, maybe take a screenshot. So check this out. This is one of my favorite features on this device. So check it out. I have it set up to where if I single press it, boom, it'll open up my camera. If I double press it, boom, turns on the flashlight. And then if I long press it, just press and hold, it'll take a screenshot for me. So that's pretty much how I have it set up for the time being. Maybe I'll change it up later on in the future, but that is definitely one of my favorite features on this device. Then looking at the bottom, we have the charging port, the SD card and SIM card slot. We got a microphone and the speakers. And then going up to the top, look at that. We get something that we don't see on a lot of phones anymore, and that is the headphone jack, which always comes in handy. I personally use it, and an IR blaster to be able to control anything like your TV, maybe a projector, an AC unit, a radio. These IR blasters always come in handy, and yes, I have tried it out and it does work very good. So it's good to have two things that we don't see on a lot of devices. This is something you can show off to people that don't actually have one. So great features that we have there. Okay, now when it comes to just using the device itself and overall performance over these past 24 hours, I have actually really enjoyed the experience that this phone has been giving me. We gotta remember, this is a $450 device, a mid-range device running a Snapdragon 675 processor. And at the end of the day, specs are just specs. I have been enjoying the performance on this device that it has been giving me. I haven't experienced any lag. It's been pretty snappy. I'm actually really impressed with the overall performance of this device. It seems like the battery is doing great as well. So when it comes to overall performance, yes, I am liking it so far, but of course, I'm gonna have to do some more testing, especially when it comes to gaming. I'm really curious to see how well this phone is going to perform when playing games. Now, one thing I wanna show you guys is the fingerprint sensor. So we do have an in-display fingerprint sensor, as you can see here, and for the most part, it has been very accurate. Now, it's not the fastest, but as you can see there, it is accurate. Now, one thing that really impressed me was the facial recognition, which I do have set up here. So let me go ahead and try to put my face out of the camera here. So let's test it out. Boom, face recognized. Boom, look how fast that is. Boom, ready, not looking, looking, not looking, looking. Facial recognition is fast on this device, and I am really impressed with that. So I'm actually really glad that they included facial recognition with this device, because as soon as I turn it on, it's already unlocked before I even get to start using it. So facial recognition is definitely a go on this device. And like I said, the fingerprint sensor, you know, it's not the fastest, but it is accurate every single time. So it's really gonna be up to you on whether you want to use it or not. But for me, I really like using the facial recognition. And if sometimes I'm not able, for whatever reason, to get my face in front of the camera, like when I'm going out, I have to wear a mask, the thumbprint always comes in handy as well. Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is some camera samples here. So let me go ahead and go into my gallery here and look at this. So I was just kind of messing around with the camera, seeing how good the quality is, and it is actually really good. It gets a lot of detail in these photos. I'm actually really impressed, and I was also really impressed with the cameras on the lower end model, the TCL 10L, and this is even better. This is even more impressive. Gets a lot of detail in these pictures. Look at them. I'm just gonna kind of go through them. This is the portrait mode right here. So you can see it definitely got all the edges pretty good. I don't see any problem with this picture at all. And it still blurred that background really good as well. And here is some macro shots I took where you can get really close up to the subject. Look at that. Definitely getting a lot of detail in these photos. So I think if you end up getting this phone for yourself, you're going to be very impressed with the cameras on this phone. So again, $450, and it looks like I'm using a flagship camera here. Working really good. Let me look at some night shots here. So as you can see here, I did take some shots at night, and it still did a very good job with these night shots, getting a lot of detail in these photos, not doing bad at all. So far when it comes to camera performance, I am very impressed, and I knew I would be, especially when using the cameras that we had on the TCL 10L. I knew these were good, so I knew that these were going to be even better. So yes, when it comes to camera performance, it does very well. Now, I'm going to have to do some more video testing. I haven't really tested out the video too much, but that will be in a separate review. But so far, first impressions with this device, I am loving it so far, and I can't wait to keep testing it out. And then of course, I want you guys to leave your comments down in the comment sections below, or if you have any questions, let me know what you want to know about this device, what you want to see in my full review. Let me know down in the comment section so I can make sure that I don't miss anything when it comes to my full review. I really want to go in depth with this as much as I possibly can, but like I said, so far for first impressions, I am really impressed and really liking this device, the TCL 10 Pro. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. What are your first impressions of this device just based off of my video here? What do you think about the overall look of the device? Do you think it has a nice premium look for $450? Let me know what you guys think. If you did like this video, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Look at this device, so beautiful, looking absolutely beautiful. Thanks again for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.